issue.
They probably didn't want to do that because they could open the company up for legal liability. And also, a lot of companies don't want to badmouth previous sponsors because it makes them less likely to get new sponsors. Like, that's the reason.
Doesn't directly affect their viewers.
The country?
But
Wait,
surely
what?
they must have realized the wider impact this could be having on the creator community, a community they're a part of. I think that matters. And it's not as though they only promoted Honey once or twice. They did approximately 160 sponsored segments, all of which remain live
That's a
on
lot
YouTube.
of money.
Those videos have accumulated around 194 million views.
Jesus.
According to my data, that makes Linus's company, LMG, the third largest promoter of Honey on YouTube. So yeah, in my opinion, they should have made more noise about this. But what's truly baffling to me is that after LMG ended their partnership with Honey, they then went ahead and partnered with a company called Karma Now, a coupon browser extension that literally engages in similar behavior. Now, I did reach out to LMG about this situation, and I'll be honest, their response was not to my satisfaction. They didn't address the majority of my questions. However, they did at least provide some important context about their dealings with Honey. LMG stated that as soon as these issues with Honey were brought to us, we tried to work with them to remedy them. After a few calls, we were informed that they weren't willing to change, so we stopped working with them across all channels. So let me get this straight. One of Honey's biggest promoters goes to them and says, "Hey, can you please stop overriding our affiliate links?" And Honey effectively goes, "Nah, not happening." Assuming I've got that correct, and if true, that just goes to show what little regard Honey has not only for content creators, but also their partners. Now,
they don't give a fuck about anybody. They just do it for money. Like, this is the way that every company works like this. Yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah, that's their business model. They can't do that for Linus, because if they did that for Linus, then everybody would be asking for it, and then they would lose money. That's the reason, right? And it's just it's a scam, you could say, but that's just how it is. Is this harming the consumer in any way? It depends on what you mean by harm. So, for example, like, okay, I'm trying to think of another good example. Like, if you're doing something and it doesn't harm the person, I think that's not that's a good benchmark to use in fault, but I think a better benchmark to use is, did the user consent? And I think that, like, there are 2 degrees of severity. It's like, did they consent to this is like medium severity, and is it harming them is like, you know, like bad severity.
For LMG's less than ideal response, I did press Linus's team to address the rest of my questions, but never heard back from them. But it's time to shift gears, because unfortunately, this scam runs much deeper than stolen affiliate commissions. It's time we talk about how Honey used these influencers to sell you a complete lie. How they sold you a product that was doing the opposite of what they promised. You see, as I was testing Honey across different stores, I was encountering a reoccurring issue. When I reached the checkout page, Honey would claim it couldn't find me any coupon codes. Yet when I searched manually, I found working codes with ease. And even when Honey did find me a code, I was often able to find another code of better value. Kind of strange, given their claim that manually,
thanks to Honey,
I found
manually
working
searching
codes
for
with ease.
coupon
And even
codes
when Honey
is now a
did
thing of the
find me a
past.
code, another oddity was that Honey would often only find me Honey
I think
brand.
that's the quality of the product. Like, this is kind of like 2 separate things. Like, basically, like, before he was talking about it being a scam, right? And this is just it being shitty.
Yeah. The coupon codes, such as Honey 5 or Honey 10.
Keep watching.
Why would a store only have Honey branded coupon codes? Kind of weird, right? But the biggest red flag was that when I tried submitting the better coupon codes I'd found, Honey wasn't adding them to their database.
You know, I always try to reason things out and explain things. I try it, and that's the scientific method. That's the way that you should look at things, how to make it make sense. But man, not this time, man. That's crazy. Wow.
So why not? Well, eventually, I figured out what was going on.
Oh, I wonder.
It turns out that one of the key benefits for stores partnering with Honey is that they are given full control over which coupon codes go live on the platform, if any at all. I discovered this while listening to a podcast produced by Honey, which appears to be aimed at attracting new businesses to joining their platform. In this podcast, an employee from the Australian clothing store, Princess Polly, discusses the benefits of partnering with Honey.
What would you say to any brand that is considered working with Honey but hasn't yet?
I would say missing out on converting customers. Like I said before, Gen Z is super discount savvy. You can't ignore the fact that they will hunt for like discount codes and they might find a better deal. With Honey, you can also control the discount code percentage, which means like they will potentially find a higher discount code on the internet. It literally lets you control like the customer journey, convert and control like the discount code percentage as well.
This is insane.
That's
She's
unreal.
basically
So they're effectively
unreal.
like they're nerfing themselves in order to keep companies. Oh my god. It sounds chopped and edited. This guy would not have made a video with a legal disclaimer at the beginning of it if he was willing to edit up and create an AI depiction of a Honey employee to misrepresent their views. Like, it's just, that's totally illogical.
That's such an eye-opener. Like, honestly,
saying
that's
Honey is
just,
great for businesses because it encourages users not to bother hunting for coupon
that's
codes.
absolutely mental.
And it allows businesses to control which coupon codes are shared with consumers. Now, I was able to further verify this on Honey's website, specifically the FAQ page for partners, which clearly states, as a partner, you have control over the content hosted on the Honey platform. So yes, even if Honey knows of a coupon code that offers, say, 20% off, but a partnering store tells them, hey, only share a 5% off coupon, then that's the only discount Honey will apply to your cart at the checkout page. I mean, holy shit. Honey wasn't finding you the best deals possible, they were intentionally withholding them from you for their own financial gain. This completely...
Yeah, that's it.
That's
And
crazy.
it's also
And,
for
like,
the company,
for you
too.
guys that just,
They can
like,
go
just
listen to the whole
came
thing.
in.
They don't believe him. Yeah, for sure.
What they're doing
and,
is, like, you get the
it's edited to the
affiliates,
relevant part. He can't
but
play the
when,
entire podcast. So yeah,
people that have
obviously, right?
been asked
And so
by-
anyway,
Hang on, let me just pause.
wow.
So for people that have been asked by, or that are actually like promoting Honey and all that kind of stuff, they're actually getting, like, you know, say, oh, you know, thanks to my sponsor, Honey, blah, 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 here's the affiliate link in the bottom, rah, rah, rah. So when they actually go through and do that, and you go through and you put in the affiliate link and that kind of stuff, and you go there and you get the, you know, you start going through the checkout and all that kind of stuff, and you're getting the discount and everything. What's happening is that with the Honey add-on, you click on it and it lets you put in like another discount code. And when you actually add that discount code, no matter if you've actually navigated to the website, like to the website where you're shopping with the actual affiliate link, what Honey actually does is that when you click on the like the what do you call it, the discount code, and you go apply, it actually, in the browser settings part, like the cookie settings, it actually removes the affiliate link and replaces it with the Honey affiliate link. So all proceeds in that are made through like the affiliation links and that are actually going to Honey and not actually going to the creators that are actually promoting it and all that kind of stuff. So that's super dirty. That is super, super dirty.
Yeah, there you go. Not a surprise at all. Corpa, nothing personnel kid? Yeah, I guess not. False advertisement. Is it false advertisement?
It is. Straight up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And so, like, okay. So basically, this is I've learned a little bit about this, right? And in some countries, I don't know if the U.S. is one of them, I think it is, you can make claims if they are so outrageous that, you know, like they are not believable just by the nature of what they are. So, for example, saying that you have the best PCs in the universe, or the best pizza in America, or something like that, some sort of grandiose claim that's so outrageous that it's not believable. Like Red Bull gives you wings. It obviously isn't going to give you wings when you drink it, right? It's hyperbolic, exactly. But the issue is that when you provide like giving somebody the best deal possible, and if you know that it's not the best deal possible by the nature that you allowed the user to adjust it, you are actively misleading the customer. And you're doing so in a way that I think customers would find misleading.
Yeah, sweet up.
Like, nobody drinks a Red Bull and thinks, where are they? You know? That's the difference. So, yeah.
That's the best saying I've ever heard.
Invalidates Honey's core value proposition to consumers. For years, they
Shut
sold
up.
you the lie that
you
they would
don't.
find you every working coupon code on the internet and apply the best one to your car.
Yeah.
But nope, complete and utter lie. They have literally been feeding you coupon codes that were approved
That
by
are
the partnered
nerfed.
stores
Yeah.
who were paying them. And can I just say, the double messaging here is hilarious. Because on one hand, Honey has appealed to consumers by promising to find
You're
the
actually
best
still
deals
trying to
possible.
find that.
But on
Yeah.
the other hand,
Yeah,
they
that's
appeal
false advertising.
Yes, we're
If
still
you
trying
know
to
that
find
you're not
because
providing the best deals possible, like there's one thing like,
Atuan
oh, we
pagay
didn't
niya.
know about that one, we made a mistake. We're doing the best that we can.
then later
But they're
maybe at 4
actively
o'clock
not
we're
doing the
going
best
to
that they can
in the house
intentionally.
and I don't know.
That's
to
totally different.
businesses claiming that Honey helps
We're preparing
prevent
already.
consumers
I already
from finding
cooked the
best deals.
spaghetti and
It's absurd.
the
Now, when you think about it, this all makes complete sense.
spring
I mean,
roll.
why would any online business
Wa man sa
pay
kasabot og
Honey
lumpia live
for sharing
spring
their
roll
highest
nila.
value coupon codes with its 20
Sa ilaba wala na
million
sa kabang
users?
kag
That's
lumpia
not
wa
an
na sa
appeal
kasabot.
partnership whatsoever.
Sure.
So,
Remain kag
to make a
spring
partnership
roll,
more attractive,
wala magyapon
Honey
naglumpia.
told businesses, hey,
Lumpia na
if you
siya.
partner with us and pay us
Are
an
you
affiliate commission,
streaming?
we'll let you control
yeah, I am at
which
the
discount
moment.
codes
Yeah.
are shared on our platform. And we'll tell our consumers we
Okay.
scoured the internet and found them the best deal
Oh
possible.
my god, I
Everybody
forgot to
wins.
bring the charger.
The companies get to advertise these really great sales. Honey gets to not give them to them. The customer has to spend more money, and both companies win, and the customer gets fucked. Well, you know what? I think that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, I immediately believe that. Sorry, I do. Yep.
Just not the consumers
For sure.
or the influencers. With this discovery, I decided to do a thorough audit of
Yeah.
Honey's
So,
advertising
I'm just gonna
campaigns.
get rid
And
of
yikes, the ads, the
opening of the
sponsorships,
file.
everywhere you
And
look,
I'm gonna
it's
use,
lie after lie. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up going down as one of the most aggressive, shameless marketing scams of the century.
So far.
Just look at this insane list of videos that were sponsored by Honey. According to my data, they sponsored almost 5,000 videos
Oh my
across
God.
roughly 1,000 different YouTube channels, racking up an unbelievable 7.8 billion views. It's crazy. So now that we have a
that's not
clearer
gonna
picture
work.
of how
I
Honey
can't.
operates, let's
Wow.
reflect
Make
on
a
some of their
dummy
claims.
file.
Honey will find every working code on the internet and apply the best one to your card.
So that's
a
just
dummy
not
one.
true.
And
Yeah, okay, so that, yeah, it's straight up.
We're gonna
If
put
Honey
it in
can't
on
find a
our
discount-
Define
format
best.
or,
Well, best would be
config
the one that
format.
would save the most money. Do you really think that you could defend in a court of law that a coupon is not defined, its quality is not defined by the amount of money it saves? Everybody knows what this means. Everybody knows this.
Code for you, then you can rest assured there's not a single discount or promo code on the internet.
It's a free browser extension that automatically.
Ooh, that's definitely not true. Ooh, Mr. Beast. Not good.
Finds you the best promo
Mr.
code for
Beast,
anything
another
you purchase online.
controversy
You
from
literally don't spend money.
Honey searches the known internet for every promo code ever used. This means
Well, that's kind of what happened to him, right?
Actually, you know, I might do it a different way.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like that kind of happened. He did that,
there we
yeah.
go, config parser.
That's when you promote Honey with an affiliate link.
And we'll say parser.
this means you always get the best deals without even trying.
What
Yeah.
Honey does is take money and they put it in your pocket.
If there is any way to save money on your purchase, they'll find it.
Getting you the lowest prices possible at checkout.
You are always going to get the best deal no matter where you're shopping. Amazon, eBay, Best Buy, doesn't matter. Honey's got your butt.
See, Honey really fucked up with this. They needed to... Well, actually, I guess maybe not. Because, like, they should have had a better ad read where they don't let people say things that are explicitly untrue.
Actually, no.
But man, I wonder, see, this is another thing. I'm curious if this was, so this is about like how advertisements are done. I've done these before, so I know it. In a lot of cases, they won't give you a script, but in some cases they do. And I wonder if in these cases they were given a script or not.
New settings?
Because if they were given this as a script, ooh.
If Honey can't find a code, you have the best deal.
It really puts into perspective just how shady this company is.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Now, believe it or not, the Better Business Bureau launched an inquiry into Honey's advertising claims. But after Honey immediately discontinued the claims for, quote, business reasons, the BBB decided to drop the case. Honestly, at this point in my investigation, I thought I'd seen the worst of it. I thought I understood the full picture of Honey's shady business model. But here's the thing. What I haven't told you is that there were instances where Honey would actually work really well, finding me incredible discounts that seemed almost too good to be true. Now, it wasn't very often, but enough to confuse me. And there were even times when they weren't poaching affiliate commissions by claiming the credit for sales. These inconsistencies bugged me. It didn't add up with everything else I had discovered.
I think that it does. There are a lot of companies that do things that are scams, but they apply the scam in an A/B testing model. So they don't scam everybody, they scam some people some of the time, and not all of the people all of the time. That way they can create plausible deniability if people ever look at it publicly. Yeah, no, that's very common, and that's smart for them to do. If I were them, I would do that.
It was clear I was missing something. Well, once I finally figured out what that was, I uncovered an even darker side to PayPal's scam.
What?
One that targeted an entirely new victim.
What the hell?
Oh no. Oh shit, are you kidding me? So it's actually not like some sort of like A/B testing thing to, you know, oh, well, don't make too much money. It's actually something that's even worse. Oh my god.
We started having problems where customers would get in touch via our support saying, oh, hey, I just tried to use this discount, this 60% off coupon, and it doesn't work. I'd be like, dude, that is not your discount. Like, how did you get that? And they'd be like, oh, I just showed up through the Honey extension.
Yeah, it cost us thousands, and I haven't even looked into how far back it went.
At the end of the day, like, you need to make the numbers work, and if Honey is going to steal 10% of your revenue all the time, you're going to have to raise prices at the end of the day, and it's just like a really awful business model. Like, we've been so bad at them for so long.
Well, I think he already just explained it.
For the,
Yeah, he just explained it. They use a discount code that goes farther than what the discount codes on the company would actually do without the consent of the companies, and sell their products at a massive discount that's below their cost of making it. That's probably what they're doing. You know, maybe not, but like 3 different people, like, oh, how can you make that make sense? That's it. But why? The reason why is because so in a perfect world, Honey would give people the products for free and then take $5 from every sale. So what I mean by that is that it is in Honey's best interest. This video is insane, by the way. I've never watched a Megalag video. This is really, really good. Give this guy a like and a sub. This is great.
It's really tripped out.
Yeah, holy shit. As long as I benefit. Yeah, they want the consumer to benefit. If it comes at the cost of the consumer or them, well, then the consumer gets fucked. But in the best case scenario, the consumer wins, they win, and the company they're working with loses because that causes them to keep more customers, right? That's not a scam. It is a scam. It's absolutely a scam. Yeah, but it's been known for years. Another YouTuber exposed Honey like 5 years ago called Original MCW. Read the comments. Well, I'll link you guys the video again. This was really, really good. But what if they're doing air fucking everyone 3 ways? Well, they are in some cases, but I don't know.
He does great
Let me
content.
see what the rest videos would be like. What's this here? If non-streamers react to it, I'm not sure. The guy's a scam himself. He doesn't credit the guy who made a similar video 4 years ago, so they have had a contract before. I don't know about that. It's a terrible video. He regurgitated a word-for-word 2020 article from the secret affiliate.
Really?
Why would that matter to me? Like, if he made a video of this and he explained it in a good way, then why would I care about, like, oh, well, some article said this a few years ago. Why would I care about that? Like, the video was good and it was informative and it helped me learn what's happening. So, yeah, I don't really see how this is a problem at all. I don't even understand this. But anyway, copying content's not super nice. That's between him and the content creator that made it.
Yeah,
That's not my
definitely.
problem. So, yeah, what's this? Oh, here's CoffeeZilla. This is insanely predatory. Great investigation. Every YouTuber who promoted this should make updates to tell consumers what's actually going on under the hood. We've been sold a lie. It's free. It's the best deal. It's not the best deal, and it's stealing from the people who actually bring traffic. Cannot wait to see the rest. Bro, absolutely fucking W. There you go. And so, yeah, and but he just said there's nothing online about this. That's why it's a problem. I don't give a fuck. This is not my problem. I don't need to defend this. If you want to have a problem with it, write it in this comment section. Anyway, so the guys who randomly go missing in a week, yeah, there you go. We're living in the golden age of scams. Yeah, it's the gilded age of scams, actually. And I thought Honey was tracking marketing data. I was way off. Holy crap. Well, let's be honest. They're probably doing that too. So, yeah, where does Honey get the money? Markiplier 2019, he was right to be suspicious. Good point. If something is free, you're the product. Yeah, if you're not paying for a product, you are the product. That's basically it. Yeah, exactly. And holy shit, steals revenue from the businesses, steals referrals from the promoters, and steals data from the users. I'm surprised it took this long for us to hear all about it. I think that there are so many other examples of this, too. Like, there are tons of examples of stuff like this happening. So, yeah, and need to look at the network request to Honey. I don't know. Twitch is already unusable without the ads. This is paid comment. I have no idea. So, yeah, Coffee made a CSGO gambling expose. Yeah, I saw a little bit about that. I mean, CSGO gambling is, like, extremely fucking popular. Like, let's be honest. Really? Feel so vindicated for being suspicious of Honey for years. Pretty previous patterns have showed me that if a business pumps out ads on YouTube about something, it's most likely a scam. The fact is that they're not entirely wrong.
Yes,
it does seem so common that when any of these like websites that puts out tons of videos and shit like that about oh well, you know, like this is how to save money or anything like that, it's all, yeah, look at BetterHelp, established titles. I feel like they've got a really bad track record, and I don't know what to do about that. Maybe you know what, this is what people need to do. Start looking at gambling. Take gambling sponsors instead, because gambling sponsors, yeah, they're a scam, but everybody knows they're a scam. So it's like, it's not that bad in a way, right? Because they're telling you outright you're going to lose all your money. I'll be right back. The fake blindfold speedrun that fooled everyone, including me. People have wanted me to watch this for a while. It's time. Here we go.
Hello, you absolute legends. Last month, the streamer known as Queen Pwnsalot pretended to beat the Dragon Alatreon wearing a blindfold. This garnered her quite a lot of attention, but when people experienced with the game she was playing and those experienced in blindfold speedrunning saw her video, they realized immediately it was fake. Unfortunately, Queen Pwnsalot's effort of faking a blindfolded run was extremely poor. Not only was she using strategies that are just flat out impossible to use while blind, but the blindfold she was using was so thin and obviously fake.
Yeah, you can see, like, you know, like right there, you can see through it, yeah.
Even we, the viewers, could see straight through it. Soon enough, people were making videos calling out her fake run, and Queen Pwnsalot was beginning to get quite a lot of negative attention. As it turns out, the public doesn't appreciate liars and people who try to fake gaming accomplishments for clout. After receiving backlash, Queen Pwnsalot fought back, announcing that she was going to do another blindfolded run of the Dragon Alatreon, but this time with more proof. On the 14th of February, she
did.
went live, and she was stacked to the gills with ironclad anti-cheat measurements.
Right.
This time she wore a genuine blindfold.
True.
She had a hand cam. She had input display.
Yep.
She had paper covering up her monitors, and she was live.
Well,
Surely
not
there was
found in
absolutely
settings.
no way she could cheat. And
That's
with-
certainly what I thought. But the video is 1 minute in.
With all of
Surely.
this in place, she did it again. She beat the Dragon Alatreon in front of hundreds of people. She was so convincing that it seemed like everyone now believed she was legit.
But anyway, yeah, it looks like the Alatreon blindfold kill was actually real.
I've got 2.
It did actually happen.
Maybe we got it wrong. Maybe Queen
Right.
Ponsalot was just more gifted than everyone else. And she
Naturally.
could really do things blindfolded that no one else could.
Of
Or
course.
maybe, just maybe, she just cheated again, and we don't know how. Honestly, when I first saw her new successful attempt, I didn't know how she did it. But I did know 2 things. 1, her gameplay was impossible to do blind. And 2, people always underestimate the autistic power of speedrunners. I was committed to finding out how this would
That's true. Like, I've watched Mario 64 speedrun videos. That's definitely true.
was done. I envisioned sophisticated cheating methods that would be impossible to detect. I figured that whatever Queen Ponsalot did must be pretty genius to fool everyone so easily.
I don't know
For
how
3
she
days,
does so much
I
damage.
meticulously studied her video. I worked with experts to clarify game mechanics. I spoke with programmers to see if we could replicate her run using advanced software, but I was getting nowhere. And then, after 72 hours of running into dead ends, I finally saw it. I noticed that Queen Ponsalot did something that gave everything away. The curtain was lifted, and the magician had exposed her secrets.
What?
I had the smoking gun, and within 20 minutes of seeing Queen Ponsalot do this one thing, we knew exactly how she did it, and we had the proof.
What?
As it turns out, I was on the wrong track the entire time. I thought the method she used must have been smart because no one detected it. But in the end, it turned out to be the simplest and dumbest method I could have imagined. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how Queen Ponsalot faked her most recent blindfolded takedown of the Dragon Alatreon, and I guarantee that you'll be shocked at just how many things she did to try and fool you.
As I said, dude, I am now more impressed that she faked it than she did it. Am I crazy?
No, that's
really hope you enjoy.
impressive.
Yeah. That's
Legends,
nuts.
let's be honest. If you're watching my channel, it's because you are a gigantic nerd.
Yeah.
I'm a huge nerd.
True.
You're a huge nerd. That's just the way it is. And as nerds, there is nothing more important or fulfilling than having a really good gaming PC, which is why you should invest in a PC from today's sponsor, Starforge Systems. Starforge makes things super easy, especially for people like me who don't know how
So
or just
true.
don't want to build their own PC.
Yep.
They offer amazing pre-built
Absolutely.
PCs at all
Yep.
different price points. So if you go in
You
with a
know
certain
it.
budget, you know you're going to get the best you can
Absolutely.
for your money. Starforge PCs are
Wow,
used by
look
tons
who
of
it
your
is.
favorite creators, including myself. They are built by hand in Austin, Texas by experienced builders.
I've
They
been
look
there.
beautiful and they run smoothly. Plus, they
By
are
hand,
reliable,
by
coming
experienced
with a
builder means
full
it's not
2-year
me.
parts and labor warranty. I rely on my PC for absolutely everything, including this YouTube channel. My standards are extremely high. I need something powerful and I need something quiet. And the PC I got from Starforge Systems was literally everything I could have asked
Isn't
for.
that great?
Please get
Wow.
yourself a PC you deserve. The link to Starforge
How about
Systems
that,
will be in the
guys?
description.
How about
Go
that?
and check out their PCs today.
I heard those PCs were really
In my
good.
previous video, we looked at Queen Ponsalot's earlier blindfolded runs, where she used a really thin,
They're great.
transparent sheet of material to cover her eyes and pretended that she couldn't see. In this case, it was so easy to debunk because everyone can just use their own eyes and see that her blindfold was fake. As far as her gameplay was concerned, it's also really obvious that she can see as well. She claims to use the audio to know exactly where the monster is, but years of blindfolded competition tells us that
Whoa.
this is impossible. I also highlighted that beyond knowing where the monster is, it's also
Right.
impossible to detect whether you are looking up or down. So if you see a blindfolded player using their mouse to look up or down, you know they can see. In her latest attempt, we see all of those impossible gameplay mechanics in action once again, and in some cases, it's even worse. She will access the menu in order to use items and mess up the camera, and then immediately and perfectly fix it. She even does this when the dragon is not making any sounds at all, so there is quite literally no audio cue, like in this example. Beyond the impossible vertical movement, we also see crazy head tracking in real time that is just laughable. I mean, just look at this gameplay.
That's true.
New settings. Read string has section.
Yeah.
Read string.
In the last clip, she is rolling underneath the dragon, keeping the camera on its head perfectly as she does it. It's hilarious. And remember, looking up does nothing. It doesn't let her hit any higher. So there is literally no point in doing this other than to see.
I mean, but like, couldn't she just hear the dragon above her? I mean, I don't know.
The head, which makes no sense if you're blindfolded. All of this seems very confusing because she appears to be wearing a proper blindfold.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned before, her monitors are even covered up with paper, meaning that she can't see them anyway.
Right.
This led me to consider other ways she might be playing without seeing. One way would be some kind of aimbot. Aimbots are common in many games, so it's possible if she had some kind of sophisticated software, it could help
like
her
a
aim
hack
on the dragon.
Yeah.
This would solve the problem of locating the dragon and also solve the vertical aiming issue. However, this wouldn't solve all of the problems, like being able to dodge attacks that don't have sound cues. In one instance, she accidentally hooks onto Alatreon's leg instead of its head, and immediately releases before targeting the head again. But there is no audible difference between hooking onto the leg or the head, so there is no way she should have known.
That is definitely not working. That's annoying.
That's a very good point. Carl brings up a very good point.
So we can keep that on.
In order to solve issues like this, I theorized that maybe someone was talking to her and giving her instructions through Discord. With someone in her ear and some aim assist software, you might be able to play like this without sight. I reached out to Monster Hunter World expert TSC, who actually developed the first known aimbot of the game. According to him, if she was using an aimbot to achieve this effect, it would require software far more sophisticated than anyone in the community currently possesses. It seems unlikely that this was the method. The most common theory I saw online was that she was using pre-recorded gameplay.
Right.
Maybe she beat Alatreon earlier and just played that gameplay footage during her live
But then
stream.
what about the...
Something like this has been done before. I even made a video about a speedrunner who cheated by using a pre-recorded run during a live charity marathon. However,
idiot.
I didn't believe this was the case. Queen Ponsalot had two cameras and they were both completely in sync. I studied her mouse movements and they always seemed to match what was going on in the game. And so did her keyboard inputs. Her mouse sensitivity was very high, so a lot of movements are hard to see, but I couldn't see any discrepancies.
Like that's what I was looking for whenever I first watched this, and it's like it's the buttons were about the exact same, right? The W and the D right there, the W and the D. Like I feel like it was very, very close.
Don't they? That's just crazy.
Yeah. That was the first thing I thought
she was actually playing. In my opinion, this also ruled out the idea that someone else was playing instead of her, perhaps by using remote assistance. This is an idea that the YouTuber Abisoft spent some time investigating to see if it could work. But aside from her mouse movements matching her gameplay, latency issues would also be a huge problem. Some people suggested that she was using a magician's blindfold and she could see through it. But this is extremely unlikely. Her blindfold doesn't look like any fake blindfold I could find, and we know what blindfold she has because it was recommended to her. Blindfolded expert Mitriz has the exact same one, and it looks exactly the same. One other thing people noticed, and trust me, we noticed this immediately too, is that after Queen Ponsalot killed Alatreon and lifted the paper up, there was something on her screen. And it seemed like she noticed this and moved the paper back down to try and hide it.
I pause it. What is on the screen? And what is on the thing? Is Monster Hunter on her screen? And then watch what happens. She puts it back down to cover. She's quickly trying to hide it. and then the game comes back up on screen.
This is the Windows Start menu, and the reason it appeared is because she hit the Windows key. In fact, she hits the Windows key multiple times throughout her blindfolded attempts. This bugged the hell out of us, and we had no idea why she was doing it. Could this have something to do with how she was faking her gameplay?
The Windows key.
That's weird.
How would that have anything to do? Yeah, what the fuck?
At seemingly random times, she would hit the Windows key, which would tab her out of the game.
Yeah.
This caused her inputs to stop working. She would then need to hit the escape key to try and get back into the game. Watch this clip where she hits the Windows key and then spends 10 seconds trying to get the game to work again.
But how does she know that it stopped if she's blindfolded? What? No.
This is bizarre, and she does this multiple times without ever mentioning it. She acts as if this really weird thing that she is doing isn't happening, which is obviously really suspicious.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it seems like this is some kind of unrelated tech issue that she was having with her eye tracker.
Sure.
Multiple times before she even started her blindfolded attempts, we can see her hitting the Windows key in order to fix something. She even mentioned it earlier in her stream.
We needed to fix the Toby.
I think this tech issue has nothing to do with her blindfolded attempts. But an important question to ask is how did she know there was a problem? She was blindfolded and couldn't see, but knew there was some kind of technical issue and always tried to fix it. And she did all of this without looking, and without saying anything to her audience. It's all really bizarre. In the end, however, after discovering the truth, I realized this was a giant...
You lose sound? Well, no, you don't. Because, like, if you lose sound... No, because you can have the setting on, like, if you lose sound, then I'm pretty sure that, well, I don't know about this. Then the audio would stop broadcasting to OBS as well. If you had the sound and broadcast setting, yeah, it wouldn't show in OBS either.
Red herring. After several days of brainstorming, I was beginning to run out of ideas.
Not true? You think
then,
so?
In the middle of the night, I revisited a question I had from day one. There was something that Queen Pwnsalot did that was really strange, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, and I also want to say, like, so far, I am not convinced that it's fake. I'm just convinced that it's very sus.
Immediately after she covers her main monitor with paper, while she is attempting to distract her viewers, she holds down her left mouse button for 10 seconds. This was actually one of the very first things I noticed when investigating her run, but I never had an answer as to why she did it. Normally, when you hold a button down for a few seconds, it activates something, and this was one of the reasons I thought she was using some kind of software. But I had overlooked something that was so obvious and so simple, I can't believe I didn't see it immediately. Once I understood what she was doing, it was game over. Holding her mouse button down for 10 seconds told me everything I needed to know. It unlocked all of her secrets. It revealed to me that there was in fact a third hidden monitor.
Why would that matter if she's wearing a blindfold, though?
Queen Pwnsalot wants us to believe that she only has 2 monitors. When she covers them up, she makes sure to verbally state that her monitor on the left has all of her other stuff on it.
Yeah.
To the main attraction as we get our duct tape for our main monitor because, yeah. There's the other one. So you guys know. There it is. With all my other stuff on it. Boom.
This is a lie. In truth, she has a third monitor to her right, off camera. Before she covers it with paper, we can see that her main monitor has her OBS streaming software on it.
Yeah.
This shows her gameplay, and it also has her Twitch chat docked into it as well. One thing that struck me as odd is how she decided to wait until her monitors were covered with paper before setting everything up. This makes no logical sense, and she even tries to act like this wasn't on purpose.
No problem. Alright, alright, cool. Now, alright. Oh god, I'm sorry, I didn't think this through.
Yeah, sure.
But the reason she did this is because she had to ensure that what she did was hidden from the camera. This is where the beauty of the input display comes in, because we can still...
I see. So he's saying that she put the paper up in order to obscure the chat's vision of the monitor at the exact same time because she was using a capture device for only the game and not for her entire PC. So if she tabbed out of the game, it would not display on OBS.
Still see everything she's doing.
Wait
but
for
it's
it?
obvious
Okay.
she is trying to hide it.
Okay.
What she does next is very sneaky. She lifts up the paper on her main monitor, which has her OBS on it. She clicks on her OBS window and holds down the mouse key. Then, while she is holding down the mouse button, she distracts
Well, how do we know she clicked on her OBS window?
her audience with verbal diarrhea.
Where is... That's why we go through what we go through, right? You know? And it's the way that it has to be. And,
Next is the key that I should have seen immediately. What is the most common thing you do when you hold down your mouse button? You drag windows. While talking, she drags her OBS to her hidden monitor on the right. We can confirm this with the input display. We can see her hand move it to the right, and she even looks at her hidden monitor on the right when she does this.
that's why we go through what we go through, right? You know? And it's the way that it has to be. And,
She did. She really did.
Will use her OBS on the hidden monitor to see the...
But the hidden monitor, like... She's still using the blindfold, though.
Game. Immediately after this, she pretends to move the OBS to her left monitor.
Yeah.
alright,
Just wait. I know. I get it. I get it.
I'm sorry.
She moves her mouse to the left, she looks to the left, and she even says that she's moving something. However, we can see on the input display, she doesn't even click her mouse.
Move that over, okay.
Now, despite the fact her monitor on the right is supposed to be a secret, she cannot help but stare at it constantly. She even responds to this exact message in chat while looking at it. However, mid-sentence she realizes how stupid this is and stops talking.
Alright. Oh yeah. Everything...
Well, and she also, like, clearly... Like, she turned at her camera and she was trying to fix her hair, too. And girls do that whenever they're looking in the mirror.
Everything will be unedited.
After panicking and thinking for 10 seconds, she tries to fix this mistake and pretends she read the message from the monitor on the left.
Oh yeah. Everything will be unedited. What was the last thing you said? Unedited.
The funny thing about Queen Ponsalot reading chat from her hidden monitor is that it's completely unnecessary. There is
it's like I almost don't believe that because of how dumb it is. Like, there's no way. Like, really?
no need to have chat there in
There's
the
no
first
way.
place. And it just causes her to constantly look at it, making it obvious it's there. And it also causes her to screw up by responding to it. I'm guessing she just couldn't help herself, and she really wanted to see all of her fans talking about her as she was playing.
100%.
So we know that she has a monitor to her right. But how does she see it? Well, the secret is in how she's wearing her blindfold. She's wearing it very, very loosely. It's barely able to stay on her face, and on top of that, she wears it very high. This is not not how you're supposed to wear a blindfold. Anyone who owns a blindfold like this knows you don't wear them loose, you wear them tight. If you wear them loose, light gets in. By wearing her blindfold loose, she can see through a small gap between her nose and the blindfold. The gamer Juzzy has already replicated her exact setup. In his case, he showed his 2 monitors which he turned off, he wore a proper blindfold, he used the exact same input display, and he had a hand cam. With all of this, he also killed Alatreon in expert fashion.
He did. I'm gonna be honest, whenever I saw this, I thought that he had some like sort of thing that was inside of the blindfold. You know, some like fucking like Google Glass or like Apple thing or Apple Vision Pro. That's what I thought it was.
Here, he explains how he did it.
Okay.
As you can see now, my monitors are off and I'm blindfolded, but despite my short-sightedness without glasses, I can clearly see these targets and shoot at them.
Uh-huh.
And why is that? It's because there's a secret here. Right now, I'm wearing the blindfold, right? But I can see out the gaps between my nose and my blindfold, and if I wore it even looser, I'd be able to see out the sides left and right in my peripheral vision. Then the next step to the trick is the fact that another thing you guys noticed, there's 2 monitors here, right? But they're not the only ones. There's a 3rd monitor on my left.
On top of wearing her blindfold very loosely, Queen Pwnsalot also sits back in her chair and looks up in an unnatural way. This is to get a better viewing angle. Before her attempt with the new blindfold, she had spent around 1 hour playing with her old blindfold over multiple days.
She was looking down.
And for that entire time, she always sat like this. She was leaning forward and looking directly in front of her. This is because while her blindfold was partially obscuring her sight, she could see straight through it and was looking at the monitor directly in front of her. With the new blindfold, she can't see through the front of it, which is why she has now completely changed her sitting position so she
and you can see even with like compared to the other guy, hers is even farther up.
See down and to the side. This is not a normal way to sit, and world-class blindfold speedrunner Bubsia confirms that when you see someone sitting in this position, it's a giant red flag.
They're trying to look up that way.
And if I curve up even more, but that's already looking very sus, I guess, if you sit there like your neck breaking. If I sit like this, for example, I can see half of my monitor. I can see OBS right now, literally. I can see the volume meters going up. I can see the picture. If I turn a bit, I can see the other monitor.
And it's as simple as that. There is a hidden monitor on the right, and she is playing through her OBS, which she discreetly moved to it. I can't believe I spent so much time researching aimbots when the solution was so stupidly basic. And while it's so easy just to say there was a hidden monitor, which some people did, it's an entirely different story to provide concrete evidence. The fact that we can literally see her move OBS to the hidden screen, the fact that she reads chat from it, the fact that she stares at it constantly, the fact that she wears her blindfold so loosely, and the fact that she sits in such a weird position, all prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this is the way she cheated. But
That's amazing.
here is my favorite part. After she has killed Alatreon, and while paper is still covering her screen, she looks directly at the hidden monitor and moves the camera around perfectly. It's like she's not even trying to hide it. And beyond all
And she wouldn't have known that because the paper would be in front, so she wouldn't know where to move the camera.
all of this, the simple fact remains, the way she played the game is impossible to do if you can't see. Now let's be real for a second. At the end of the day, this entire thing isn't a big deal. This is just silly, fun internet drama, and it's just really interesting to learn.
Oh, looks like YouTube's bugging out. It stopped buffering. Okay. Let's have a look here. What else we got? Okay, TikTok's messiest.
My kids have always been with me, and a lot of y'all spread rumors and say that CPS took my kids from me. Baby, CPS has never taken my kids. Yes, I've had like 20 CPS cases. Well, it wasn't a maybe when I came out pregnant with you. Your dad just decided to get me pregnant. No, like, I didn't want to get pregnant.
You need to get off later. You need to get off soon, okay? You're saying stuff that people don't need to know.
Okay, well, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. I'm an inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend was in prison, I'd take him too, baby. I would. Trust me.
Let me lubricate my lips so that we can talk about all the mess that's going on.
Hello, I'm Salem, and welcome to my commentary channel, where we take serious topics and dissect them in a not-so-serious way. Today's topic:
the worst Hispanic mom influencer ever, Ash Travino. Her 1 million CPS cases, how she purposely dates men in prison, and how she's forcing her kids to be TikTok famous.
Do you want lip filler?
No, my lips are actually big.
They're not that big, baby.
Okay, but they're big enough for me.
They're not that big.
Hello everybody, it is me, Salem, and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I hope y'all are hungry, because not only am I gonna feed you guys a really good yummy scrumdiddlyumptious video with a bunch of cheese mint, but I also got my Taco Bell shirt on. Look at how iconic this is. I got it from TikTok shop. All of this is what I eat on a Tuesday with the hot sauce on the side. The Baja Blast. Y'all already know. I know me being Mexican and wearing this shirt is almost like blasphemy because Taco Bell isn't real Mexican food, but you know what? I'm gonna get them nacho fries every single time. I do not care. But y'all know what else we bought a Taco Bell that's nacho business? No, because that transition was really good. Ash Travino.
Like, what ruined it was whenever I flashed my nipple, you know?
Now, if y'all don't know who this wench is, I'm about to tell you guys, because this is a disaster that I and thousands of people just can't look away from. And I'm not even talking about as disastrous as the toilet is after I go to Taco Bell. Like, I'm talking disaster.
Why are y'all reading the comments? Don't read them.
We can't?
No.
Whatever, bye.
Double tap, you guys. Double tap. Don't close my door!
Now, when I say the name Ash Travino, you probably are like, that sounds familiar, but I'm not sure who that is. Well, if I show you a picture of her, you probably know who it is, because I swear everyone's always trying to cosplay her. People also compare her to the Mucinex booger in the commercials, which I'm like, y'all are going to hell. But so is she, so it's, I guess it plays out well. You know, we believe in balance, we believe in the equilibrium, you know, PEMDAS. Ash Travino is a 30-something-year-old TikTok content creator with over 600,000 followers on TikTok, who makes content that is
He's getting me an Airbnb. If not, I'm gonna be staying at Shawty Bay's house.
She's not coming to my house.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. You guys probably know who it is that I'm talking about, because she has been going viral lately for all the wrong reasons, which also at the same time, when is she not going viral for all the wrong reasons? Most recently, she went super viral on TikTok for flashing one of her milk duds to a young man on a TikTok live, and for some reason she still isn't banned.
Yeah. Did it smell? Did it smell?
I am at a loss for words. A lot of people have been watching her lately because it seems that every time she goes on TikTok live, something crazy happens.
Santos is 22. Yes, I know. He's 22. I'm 35. Yes, he knows. I know. We know our age difference, okay? But at the end of the day, don't ever knock me, because I can pull somebody young.
What happened between us, babe? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was so...
And look, y'all, I get it. I love me some cheeseman. I love me some drama. But I'm not gonna lie, there's a major difference between drama and cheeseman and then stuff like this.
Really just ate Raising Cane's. They just want a snack and I'm not taking them. You know why I'm not taking them? Because I'm being a very good parent right now. Because I've been drinking.
That's actually, like, really concerning.
Your dad just decided to get me pregnant. No, like, I didn't want to get pregnant. No. Like, Eviana, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Now, if you guys didn't watch my last video, I made a video about the TikTok drama surrounding Mormon mommy vlogger Nurse Hannah and how she truly does not deserve to have children. And for some reason, she also still has a platform after everything that she's done, even admitting to stuff like this.
There's no hitting, there's no biting of any sort. If you do that, I'm just gonna do it right back to you. If you bite, I'm gonna bite you. That's suspicious. That's weird.
If you guys haven't gone to watch that, I highly recommend it. It's a huge deep dive filled with evidence on how she just shouldn't have a platform and how she's just crazy.
I'm not changing my kid's diaper when they pee. I've never done that. Oh, that's no. In the sense that, no. You know what I mean?
Today's video, we're continuing the trend of crazy moms. Unlike Nurse Hannah, who makes content all about being a mom, Ash Travino is a mom who makes content. It's vice versa. And her content, like I said, is very... content all about being a mom.
Santos is my puppy.
We want.
And Santos will see everything tonight.
I feel like I need bleach after hearing and witnessing that. So instead of her making content like Nurse Hannah that actively traumatizes her kids for clout, Ash Travino is the type of mom that goes on TikTok live and traumatizes her kids by just existing. She brags about being an inmate hopper and marrying prisoners for attention.
Like every other month, I would talk to another inmate just because I didn't find myself attracted to the one I was talking to. So I would find another one to write.
She's constantly going viral for just having these such immature takes. She drinks all the time on TikTok live.
She's like, when you find out Ash Travino's in El Paso, I'm in El Paso and I'm gonna fuck your baby daddy. What are you gonna do?
I'm talking berating her kids.
Shut up.
Even straight up admitting that she used to pull on their hair because she was jealous of them.
I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, like, hate me for that. Like, she doesn't even remember that.
Beyond the dumpster fire that people can't seem to look away from, beyond the memes and the comparing her to the Mucinex booger, the drama, all of this stuff, there's actually a deeper, darker story and reality going on behind the camera and in front of the camera at this point that's not only affecting her livelihood, but also her kids' livelihood. And honestly, the fact that she's also a Hispanic influencer, it always gets me every time. Like, why? Why? We don't claim her, y'all. She's not one of us. Y'all know it's bad when even Shadi Bay, the president of Hispanic influencer brain rot content, calls you out, and she's right.
I did like her before, but now I don't. This is really embarrassing. I feel bad for her children. If I was a freaking mother, I would never do that type of shit. Because one, they go to school and they go to bully them now. Like, no. I'm sorry, but no. Like, girl.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
I think there is a deeper conversation surrounding just Ash Travino and also the toxica Latina mom stereotype where they compete with their daughters, are toxic, and continuously choose men over their daughters and kids. Because unfortunately, it is common in our very misogynistic culture for this to happen. Another thing that's very common in our culture is to just make fun of the fact that we have toxicas, you know, toxic people in our lives, that it's something that we don't really talk about, but it is a very real heavy thing that affects a lot of Latina daughters and children out there. And honestly, I'm here to talk about it because this is more than just drama, chisme, and a dumpster fire. Because y'all remember, dumpster fires, they spread, okay? And someone's about to get scorned. Or is it scorched? I don't know, guys. I'm not a scientist. Anyways, so this is gonna be another long video. If y'all want, order some Taco Bell. Order me something. Sit down, relax, and let's chat. Because, y'all, there's gonna be too much to dissect.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Yes, S as in plural. Because, well, I like money.
You're richness. You're so richness. I want to be like you when I get older.
You know when you try something new and then it's just like a major flop? Like trying a new hobby that you're immediately bad at, or scrolling through TikTok shop and then buying something that immediately breaks on you. Like some things just don't work out in life, but you know what should work out always? Finding a good doctor. That's where ZocDoc comes in. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors to find the right one for your needs and instantly book an appointment. Whether you're looking for mental health care, dental checkups, skincare, eye care, ZocDoc has you covered with over 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty. You can even filter by insurance, location, availability, and sometimes you can even get same-day appointments. So no more waiting like a year to go to a doctor. So stop putting off taking care of your health and go to ZocDoc today. Go to ZocDoc.com/Salem to find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Salem. ZocDoc.com/Salem. It is almost Christmas and I swear online shopping is so insanely stressful, even though I love it so much. I need my online shopping experience to be seamless and easy, okay? But what really helps me shop online is how easy it is to browse, and the secret is Shopify. Instead of dealing with scattered tools and chaotic logistics, Shopify brings it all together into one organized, neat place. With Shopify, businesses big and small can sell like pros, okay? Shopify has the #1 checkout on the planet, with shop bait boosting conversations by up to 50%. That means fewer abandoned carts and way more sales. Literally, Allbirds, Skims, Alo, you're doing it right, and Shopify is a huge part of that success. So if you're ready to turn your dream into a reality, or if you're simply curious to see why successful sellers trust Shopify, go sign up for a $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/SalemTovar. That's shopify.com/SalemTovar. Shopify/SalemTovar. Y'all ready for the Cheesemate train? Because true, this ain't gonna stop. Discussion topic 1, how Ash Travino's TikTok career turned to Ash. From somewhat humble beginnings to whatever this is.
Look what I have charging.
Hi.
Oh,
Yeah,
you don't need that when you have me. My niece will come there.
I need it for tonight though.
That is disgusting. I cannot hold the phone because
How
we're
can
going to
I,
take a picture
in this
so
video, sum
I will
up
just message you, my love.
who, what, and why Ash
Of course,
Travino is, and just
everybody will
the
take a
mess
picture
that it
for a
is
moment
in her
'cause we're already
multiverse.
united
Now, if you're
there.
not in the Hispanic
Pictures on the
community,
event
then it's
tonight.
most likely that you don't know who Ash Trevino is. And if
No, I
you
was
do know
saying
who
a
that
picture
is,
of what?
And
then that just proves how much of her drama seeps into even
of
everyone
us.
else's community, which I
Me, my
apologize
sister,
again
my
for.
brother,
But right
us.
now, everyone on TikTok and even YouTubers are doing
Us,
in-depth
no, wait.
analyses on Ash
family.
Travino. On the surface, Ash Travino really does remind you of your drunk
get now?
auntie at the
You get
Christmas
what I
party
mean?
who just wants to have a good time. You know, she's like wild. She still thinks that she's young, even though clearly she is not. They tend to always be a mess
My
or
sister
are in
brings
some
chupon
sort of
cake.
family drama
You
or
will-
life
look,
crisis.
look.
And even though they are a
Honey,
mess,
look,
they're
look,
your
look.
mess.
looking.
And honestly, I think this is why so many people are attracted
so
to
this
Ash
is my
Travino
sister.
from the
She-
surface, because she very much gives
Chupon
off
cake.
those fun auntie vibes. However,
chupon
behind the
cake.
whole surface
What is
level
that?
of being the fun
She-
influencer
Cake.
and being the fun
to eat.
mom and stuff,
She
it does
will
come
also
with
bring
its
a cake in the
sacrifices and
celebration
cons and
for
downfalls.
Christmas
And
tonight.
trust me, she has fallen hard.
You're a whole ugly ass.
Me,
I'm in El Paso. Okay, and what?
only
I
my
can
sister
probably
know
suck
that.
better than you.
The
I did
sister
not want to
asked
come on
why
live
I'm
to do
here,
this.
so I cannot deny. So I
Just
said,
get myself together.
eventually,
hear her crying?
I'm waiting for the.
I don't give a.
As of now, she has
Which one?
over
So,
like
don't say
500,000
anything.
followers,
Just keep
and she
quiet.
even has over 30,000
then-
people attend her live streams on TikTok Live every
They will
single
just
day.
bring that because
That is
5 o'clock. I think
insane.
5 o'clock
Now, a lot
will
of people
be-
know Ash from TikTok by being crazy
We'll
and all this type
take
of
the
stuff,
lechon.
but she actually started on TikTok being known as an inmate hopper. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a subculture of people who purposely seek out prison relationships to date prisoners and marry them.
You're my 30th inmate. Did I not tell you that? You really are. I swear. I've been with 30 inmates. I'm not with no one, just you, but I've already married two. I mean, now I'm in a prison sister-wife relationship.
But she has actually gone into 2 marriages with people who are in jail before. And I literally mean like got married to them. She actually has wedding photos of her by herself outside of the county jail because her husband couldn't attend because he's in jail.
Look how gorgeous that one is, you guys. That's so beautiful. That's my husband now. Getting some great photos.
Yan na dahil sa kuan. Sa inyo ko pila ko. Diyos ko. Pila ko.
And this was kind of her main type of content where she would talk about her dating experience with men in prison, why she likes dating them, and how she could take your man if he went to jail.
I'm an inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend was in prison, I'd take him too, baby. I would, trust me.
Which I'm like, girl, if my man goes to jail, first of all, he not my man no more. Second of all, clearly Ash just goes for these men because they have nowhere else to hide and run. Like, they really do be stuck with her. No other options, I fear. Her crazy stories and dating life started to make a lot of people tune in because not a lot of people in this subculture tend to talk about what it's like.
Why do you prefer inmates? I prefer inmates because I feel like if you're going to get hurt, it's better to get hurt while they're incarcerated than out here in the free world. Because like I just said earlier, my ex, Jesse, when he actually left and we broke up, that one hurt. Hold on, guys. Let me take a picture and catfish somebody. Hold on. I got a catfish. Hold on.
Pretty soon, she would start making story times and videos and would go on TikTok Live talking about her experiences to the point where she apparently got a tattoo dedicated to one of her men's in the prison system. She would defend her boyfriends and stuff like that against the victims' families and make jokes about the victims because she's very much the type of woman that's like, my man, he loves me, only for him to get out of prison and then dump her ass.
Nah, don't even say all that. Don't even say all that, bro. Like, F you. Don't call me no more. Move on. You got other girls that added you on the tablet. Write one of them. Whatever. You're trash, bro. Like, you are so trash, and I hope you stay in prison.
Ash being in really weird, toxic relationships isn't a new thing. It seems like she just has a very destructive, weird pattern when it comes to dating people, especially dating people who aren't emotionally or even physically available. Even aside her whole inmate hopping stuff, she also goes for married men and doesn't care that they're married.
Why was his friend that owns the shoe store flirting with me? He was like, what's your number?
He asked you for your number? And what happened?
I was
You
like,
gave it to him?
I think this is it. And I gave it to him. And then he texted me like when he was with his family. And I'm like...
Family as in what? Not his wife and kids. You better not entertain that nonsense. No, we respect wives and children's, Ashley, right? Yes, we do. We respect wives and children.
She's horrible.
Do they respect me?
Ash kind of has this validation problem and pick-me problem, which we're gonna get into way later in the video, that even reflects upon her parenting with her 2 daughters. Now she's always projecting her insecurities onto them and is trying to compete with them. It's very strange. Whether you are male, female, he, she, they, them, whatever, if you are someone who actively also seeks relationships with people who are already in committed relationships and stuff, psychologically it has been proven that a lot of the traits and motivations with people who do this include low self-esteem, feelings of inadequacy, feeling powerless in your own life, so therefore you try to find power and control somewhere else. And it seems like Ash is a person that is constantly desiring power, control, validation, and male attention, whether they are married, locked up, or way younger than her. Even after the whole Jessie situation, dating ex-convicts and all these types of things, she then most recently started to jump onto another TikToker by the name of Santos in TikTok live sessions, flirting with him very uncomfortably, may I add, trying to flirt with him like she's still in middle school. Like, y'all, this is so cringy.
Santos will see everything tonight. Or when I'm in Cali.
I'm gonna make all your dreams come true.
Ew.
This is when even more people started to tune in because the way that she was acting as a whole grown-ass woman was really cringy. But something happened where she was on a live. She was taking her flirting and desperation just way too far, to the point where she got drunk, super drunk on live, which is a very common thing for her to do on TikTok Live, which again, she has kids and she drinks all day on TikTok Live. She actually ended up flashing this TikToker. Obviously, I can't show the clip, but trust me, it happened, and I am forever scarred with that image in my brain. Now, this is what started to get people to talk about her, follow her, and just give her a lot of attention because this is wild. It got so big that apparently even people in her personal life have stopped talking to her because of this incident.
Like, what ruined it was whenever I flashed my nipple, you know? And it's like, my dad forgave me. My dad's my best friend, but it's like my mom, she's like embarrassed. And so like when people are like, oh, is that your daughter? She's like, no, that's not my daughter. Like,
and honestly, rightfully so, because Ash is in her mid-30s and this TikToker Santos is allegedly 19 to 21 years old. And quite frankly, I find that very disturbing because we all know damn well if the sexes were reversed, that would be seen as super problematic. But she also never got banned from TikTok for doing that, which I find very surprising because isn't that literally one of their policies? But then again, I swear every time I type in something on TikTok, something super inappropriate shows up. I could literally type in how to make chia seed water and then it'll be a girl like, you know what I mean? Why must everything be sexualized? She then started to talk about how she wanted to fly out and meet him in person. And this is where a lot of people started to be like, wait. Okay, this isn't like drama or chisme anymore. This is just really, really strange and weird. And it's very obvious that Santos doesn't take her serious at all. Clearly, he's doing it for the meme. He's like, okay, let's just collab because it'll be funny, you know, or whatever. But I think sis really let it get to her head because tell me why she almost cried at the fact that Santos, someone who's like literally 15 years younger than her, was interested in someone else, as if sis stood a chance.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just going through it.
Why, what's up?
I mean, you're doing your own thing. Like, why do you tell me and then you just like, I see you on live and you're doing your own thing. Like, that's what pisses me off.
But like, I have my own life too. Like, I'm buying.
Exactly. But if you do, like, you were gonna make plans with me.
Really?
I have a busy schedule. I literally I don't even squeeze you in. I make time for you. I even add, like I already set a reservation up for us. Like it wasn't just that. I was gonna take like something more private, no one around.
I did not want to come on live to do this. I might hop off real quick. Just so I can get myself together.
Like we care. I don't give a...
I guess sis caught feelings through the collab, but girl, this is embarrassing. Santos was 4 years old when Ash Travino was already on her 4th kid. And speaking of kids, the worst part in all of this is that Ash Travino has 2 teenage daughters. And one of her daughters literally told her mom that she has a crush on Santos. And when she heard that, she then decided to go for him. Bro, who does that to their teenage daughter? Who in their grown ass mind would pursue their teenage daughter's crush? But that's the thing, Ash is never in her right mind. Remember how earlier in the video I talked about how she has a pattern of being a pick-me, being a toxic person in general, and how that trickles down to her parenting to the point where she sees her own daughters as competition? This is exactly what I was talking about. And it makes me sick, bro. She is a very insecure and jealous person. It's actually kind of pathetic. And it's gone to the point where her daughters will come into her room and be like, can you like get off TikTok live and pay attention to us for once? And honestly, this is something that I don't see a lot of people talking about, which is why I wanted to make this video. The fact that her kids
so we're going now
with my run away because they're so embarrassed of actually being mom is something that should be taken very seriously. Like, it's not chisme, it's not funny, it's not drama. Like, that's an actual serious thing.
You ran away? Yeah. When? Last night?
We're going together to go to the only one shop has one trail left, so I hope it's not yet taken. So we will go there.
12. At 12? Why'd you run away?
And they will deliver the lechon in the house. I will just
going
call
crazy saying
if
that
I'm
your
in
sister
note-
ran away last
I'm
night.
in the house already.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
They will just
Really?
deliver the.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm about to
Is
jump
it?
off this stream.
I wonder how. I wonder why. Why is it crazy?
Been a bit over an hour, so
That's funny. But she didn't run away. She was here with me all night.
No, me too, me too.
yeah, send us a message when you find one. Do you know where you need to go to get one?
Whew, all right, y'all have made it to the second part of the video, and sadly there's still a lot more we gotta talk about. Girl, this is truly a fire that keeps on burning. Discussion topic 2, Ash Travino and the emotionally immature toxica Hispanic mom stereotype. Let's get into it. Now, you guys know that I have talked about my beef with the influencer Hispanic community before. If you guys haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. It is here. You can watch it right here, which is literally called The Hispanic Influencer Community Has a Problem. In that video, I talk about how a lot of Hispanic influencers kind of base their content and their whole platforms on, like I said, being an absolute mess, but labeling it as, oh no más es chisme, like it's funny, live a little. Meanwhile, the reality behind you living it up and being dramatic and having chisme is your kids wanting to run away. And I did not mention Ash Travino in that video, even though I desperately wanted to, but I think it just slipped my mind because a little section in that video could not be dead.
Alright, I'm going to jump off, everyone. So, it's been almost an hour and a bit. So, cheers heaps all for tuning in. It's really great, actually. What have we got? 124 viewers across all the platforms, which is cool. Yeah, excellent. Cheers for stopping by, and I'll be back on a bit later tonight, I think. So, yeah. Pop in then and catch up, watch some YouTube. I might actually start playing. I might actually play some games. I've downloaded quite a bit on Steam, so I've actually been getting into what's it called? Lara Croft something. It's the second one of Lara Croft, so I've been actually playing that. That's actually pretty full on, actually. So. Really good fun. So I actually quite enjoyed playing that. It's quite difficult though because it's a bit weird when you to control it because it's one of those like behind the person type views, but the camera doesn't sort of rotate with the character. You've actually got to sort of sidestep the character as you're going around and like staying forward on. So yeah, it's actually a pretty tripped out game to play. So might play a bit of that tonight. So yeah, I'll see you then. Cheers guys, catches.